You know, we were talking about the compact series. We're now talking about more of the commercial, but having the right chemical, having the degreaser, are we into animal fat? Are we into petroleum? Or are we into just cleaning? You know, identify the floor, identify the degreasers, the cleaner, use the right dilution. I mean, Dustbane is a manufacturer of chemical. We marry it with the right equipment to bring a solution to you. We don't sell product, we sell solution, we sell system. And again, through our team and booking demos, that's what we do, and that's what we're the best at. You know, we've gone through the pandemic, now we're into, we need to bring our floor back to reality. We need to clean them because now people are expecting clean floor. So a quick overview. As I said, there's only one machine, the Mini comes with the brush. Everybody else has a drive pad system or a drive brush. At 400 right now as a different system. Just gonna, you know, put my red pad, bit oversized. The red pad, a lot of people use it for cleaning with neutral detergent. When you're looking at the blue pad, scrubbing, degreasers, and black pad is really a strip pad. So that's gonna break the surface tension and really make your solution like spilt milk to pick it up. I don't recommend you strip floors with compact series. You can pick up solution with the commercial and as you get bigger. So the 400 built, you know, more like robust, has a, you know, DC 31 type battery in it. Again, we're talking about the Dustbane battery system. All of the commercial really are 24 volt to 12 volt. I pulled this thing, you know, most guys, they put the barbecue together, they never open the book. They just throw away all of the information. So one of the things I always say to people, make sure that you grab your operation, because the operation, this is like very important. The operation manual in here tells you the maintenance program, what to do, what to clean, what to look after 3, 6, 1 year. I also, if you're a user and you're buying a machine, get a PM service. We have a great service network in Canada that offer you a lot of good advice. Visiting your machine, spending $80 every quarter or $100 every 6 months is worth the investment to protect your machine. So a lot of good information here. The other piece of information that's critical is your battery maintenance guide. So that is, you know, gives you cycles, makes you understand AGM, charge cycles, you know, a lot of the information that's also available on the website. You know, you click and you really will get all your answer if you haven't been able to reach us live, but you can start doing your research. The other thing that's on the website is all of our warranty, what's covered and what's not covered. And that also as an end user would be very important to me. And, you know, we also talk about the charger in here. So chargers, you know, are set up at the factory with different charging curve. AGM batteries requires different cycling, very important. And, you know, you will get also the cord. So if this bag went into the dumpster, you won't be able to charge your battery. Give that very important little bag too. And you know what? If I'm a distributor, if I'm a salesperson, or if I'm a user, you know, after the machine's been installed, get your contact information for your service center or your customer service representative that really, you know, will assist you moving forward on any opportunity, service parts that you may need. And at a distributor level, you know, people will guide you into some of the parts that you need ongoing, like squeegees, floor pad. They'll talk to you about the chemical. because the machine is just mechanical. Having the right solution at the right dilution ratio is important. It's important at the end of the day for the performance curve and the result that you're expecting. A lot of people are buying a machine. I'll buy a machine, buy a solution, buy, cleaning performance, buy runtime, buying the right machine for the right floor, the right pad, and then making sure that you have the right chemistry. If you're going to be getting into a marriage between your chemistry and your auto scrubber, when you're, trying it, make sure you have the right product in it. Let's not just use water or detergent on the shelving. If you're doing a demo at a customer, we're not there yet. September is when everybody, 75% of us will have 2 vaccines, and then we can be visiting a lot of these areas. But it's starting to open up, in a couple of provinces right now. We're going to Orange, Ontario, starting to look at changing. By July, we're going to be probably being allowed into certain buildings. But you know what? I'm from that generation that we have Zoom, we have electronics, we have our phone, we can do demos. Let's use the platform. And our website has a lot of videos, a lot of YouTubes, a lot of information that will help you really understand the types of platform we have. So I'm going to put this here for later. 400, we're talking about 15 liters, 30 liters, 45 liters. At 450, it's 45 liters. And notice how compact it was. And I spin it around. This guy here, the Hurricane, 400, traction or non-traction. And I've got a traction machine here. Okay. So that traction machine really pulls itself 3 kilometers an hour. It's not a doom buggy. It's not something to pull your cart. It's really to help you, assist you in working the platform. I'll take this closer to the camera. Different board. But this is, the conventional guy. There's your power. There's your meter, would say on off. There's your battery here, indicator, plus, minus. Your vac motor. Oh, look at this. There's no water in this tank, or your tank is full. So it helps you visualize some of the thing, and then adjusting your water levels. Move it a bit. You've got your battery charger. This is a 15 amp battery charger. Again, the cycles are important. 8 to 12 hours. Need to rest. I do my shift. I rest. I charge. No different than somebody that's exercising and going out there running. It's got to rest. You're going to have the right meal. Then you're going to rest and you run again. I use that as a machine is like, the batteries is the heart. You got to look after them. So your charger design, especially for those AGM battery, the settings that I was showing are in here. Your clean water system, your Squeegee, conventional, and then you've got your Squeegee system here that is the same style as the one on the 450. Your drain hose, your plug for your charger. Big rotationally molded tank with 40 liters in it. Remember that 450? And when we launched 3-4 years ago, the 450, people said, it's light, it's not as robust as the 400 and the 510. We've still evolved. The 400 traction, non-traction to me is still a workhorse. Where do you see these? Fresh Mart, little grocery shops, car dealerships, schools. We have a lot of them in schools and elementary school, small high school, really small malls. But that target market, it's still part of that, that 20-inch down And this is our marketplace in Canada. The easy access to the battery. This guy here is a, you go over your drive pad. You've got your pedal here. So everything is manual. So like that's like a clutching plate. Notice you have to find the spot and unclutch it. And then your pad comes on and off. Okay, again, you just spin it off and on. Gonna reduce the noise here as I operate the machine. Nice traction system. Put your pad back on. It's caught in front. Yeah, it's got. So drive pad, brush, 40 liters, traction, non-traction. The old, the original standard board. It's a workhorse for, the type of machines we're looking at. I'm gonna take it down over here. And this is still very popular in schools right now, elementary schools. We have a lot of, large purchases in school boards, conventional with or without traction. We have a handful of distributors that really like that platform in Canada and do well with it. And it is a workhorse. It gives you that 3.5 runtime, depending again, on the type of soil, the type of solution pad, and how well you look after your battery pack. Battery pack, I said earlier, 425 cycle, and you can go up and up and up and up and up. Again, if you're putting a good regime of charge, discharge. They're deep cycle battery, AGM, as I said earlier, no maintenance. So they're part of green, no fumes, right? That, when we're into school boards, when we're into property management, people don't want to see fumes in their building. I've seen in my lifetime at Dustbane where they had to close a school because somehow the janitor boiled the battery and the acid fume went into some of the classes. So they had to, shut the class down in the school for the day. The janitor gets blamed for that. And you know what? These people, are working very hard to keep our floor cleans, but, we need to give them the right pieces of equipment. So 3 years ago, we launched the next generation of auto scrubber called the Labrador series. We kept the 400 because it was that robust. It was that next step into, I'm going to say, between compact and commercial. Traction, non-traction. So we're into the traction. So that's self, it's not self-propel, it's traction drive. But again, there's $1,000, sometimes up to $1,500 premium for something to, drag. In a lot of areas, health and safety in schools, many school board will look for a traction system, and that's fine. That's the protocol they put in place. And they have their reason. I have no problem with that, especially when there's a lot of square footage to do. But these machines are going to get you 18 to 22,000 square feet of cleaning. And when I say these numbers, if you're looking at the literature, these numbers are based on 3 kilometers walking. If you start running, you're going to need a lot more square footage. You may not be doing good cleaning, or you're not going to be recuperating all of those soil that you're trying to, because at the end of the day, right chemical, right dilution, agitation, Squeegee is picking it up. It's picking it up very dry. We saw that with the 450 earlier. Pretty amazing. So I've got the 21, the 21 I've was able to get up to, I'm gonna say 30,000 square foot an hour. That thing runs for 3.5. That's 100,000 square feet. That's a lot of floor, a lot of floor. I don't have the brush system on it, but this also has a brush cover. That acts as a splash guard, and also reduces the noise from the motor. But I'm gonna go over here, show you, get closer to. So amazing when you look at the 400, how this thing evolved to be user-friendly. So you've got your dial here. So echo mode, regular. So you've got your speed, you got your brush, you got your water, you've got your vacuum, you've got the battery, all digital. We're not seeing this on the camera right now, but this is a user-friendly, very easy to adjust as you're running. Adjust more water, less water, reduce the speed. I could be traveling with this machine and really reducing the speed as I'm moving. The little runner comes up and then you can adjust. Setting the brush on and off also is very easy. The operating lever, your magnetic key. Two of those come with every machine. Don't want to lose these, right? Because they're, if you had a car key, lose a car key, they're very expensive. So, something you want to make sure you keep. And inside, and when we did the service school, we showed people there's a handful of board. There's a board for the key and a board for the display that really drives that machine. But today, one of the benefit, I guess, would be ease of service, because the Labrador series, they use common parts. They use common blades. They use common hose, boards, knobs. So if you're purchasing a machine anywhere in Canada and their service network's been trained, they're good, they stock product, they're there to help you. And the key is the accessibility to parts and people. And this machine has got a lot of good feature when it comes to that area. So we've got your onboard charger right here. That also is fairly unique. There's a hole here for it to vent. Those onboard charger can run all the time. They're like a computer. There's a little fan in them that keeps running and running and running, and makes sure that your charger doesn't overheat. The way it's protected now, like before, is there's no spillage. Somehow people have a tendency of, putting their squeegee and chemistry and soil would drop into their squeegee system. And we noticed the other one has a hard cover, and that is the reason. Yellow dot here, right over here. That is really to adjust the handle up and down. Wow, this is neat. Rachel, you can operate it like this and I'll operate it like that. Lovely. So I'm going to do 31,000, 100,000 square feet. So a school, high school, a college, small shopping malls, great machine, big showrooms, also for automotive. It is right now the most popular unit in many school boards throughout Canada. We have distribution. We have what we call our Labrador partner across the country that have gone out there. They stock them, they demo them, they work with you, the customer. Again, showing you the right machine for the right result. Squeegee system, easy to adjust, easy clamp, because we want to make sure that people are removing the squeegee, because the squeegee is the key. that squeegee goes into a 30-inch door frame. So self-leveling clamps that make it easier to unclip. You remove your squeegee. There's your shoe here. This is where everything happens. There's different size. You want to make sure that this is always kissing the floor properly. You're going to get your water lift. You're going to get your suction. You're going to get your dry floor. It will self-adjust as the blades are wearing, and you can flip it up to 4 times. The angle, and these are pre-adjusted at the factory, they've been tested, is right on that yellow mark here. So you can adjust the pitch, right? The pitch of the squeegee. I'm gonna put this back on. And we've gone back to chain for a squeegee system. So being position those properly. Your ends tight. Push it down. This is not the thing you want to kick with your construction boot also. There's been some failure at the beginning. They've been reinforced, but we found that people were using. So just, take your finger and snap them down. You want to put your squeegee back on. Lift the squeegee. As I said, the chain, onboard charger. Oh, look at this. I'll practice. This is. Now I've got my electrical cord that I can go right into the outlet, plug the machine, come back the next day, and I'm ready to run without having to store it and forget about it. So it's always on board. So that's some of the Labrador are intended for people. Charging cable, ease of the squeegee. Look at that pedal. Like it's so easy. That's an improvement. I've never driven a manual car, so I always have a problem with the clutch. This guy just goes in and out. It's so easy. You've got your clean water if you need to go in there and remove soil because somehow somebody has poured dirty water in the clean water tank. It happens. Again, all of the areas with yellow are, touch point for service or features for you. So I'm going to come over here. The other thing I like about this machine, it's the inside. Like a lot of space. This is your dirty water. We talk about batteries being the heart. The vac motor filter here is this lung. Always want to make sure that this is in here and position, because your vac motor that we saw and I'll show you again is sitting right inside here. So a lot of people, they clean this and they don't put it back. Well, some of the debris will go right back into it. Because, if you've got big fingers like me, it's going to give up and leave it there. Service guy on the call, we're probably saying, Galerno, you screwed that up. There you go. Float system. Again, the float system is really designed to shut your vac motor with foam or with water. I'm going to try to turn this here. Camera. Right, so that's the critical thing. That will shut off your vac motor. And this big basket here is designed to pick up the debris. And I can tell you, people says, oh, those are pretty big debris. You go into any school or any large areas and city halls, arenas, great machine for arenas. It's always loaded with pieces of wood. So an extra protection for the inside, and even, the cap for the filter has also been added. But how easy it is to rinse this tank. It's amazing. Over here, you know, there's some space there. You know, people are going to put some accessories, chemdos type arrangement that some people have. I look at purchasing, but in my experience, the automatic dosing system auto scrubber, it's okay, but it's just another service area and it's adding a lot of cost. Filling your auto scrubber right over here, and it's got its own measuring cup, right? So it's graduated measuring cup to help you measure the right chemical, degreaser, detergent, understanding that earlier I talked about the Right Flex. I'm so excited about this Right Flex. I'm going to talk about it again. If you haven't ordered your Right Flex, order it now. This really connects to your chemistry, right? Your water supply. And then your tipping is right into the Right Flex system. You tip it, you plug it, you got your water, and you're putting your Emerald, you're putting your Resolve, your Complex Orange, your Film Away, depending on the product. Proportioning device, accessibility, tipped right into the system. If you go on our website, you're going to see the information on the Right Flex, and you can mount it like you did with the Enviro Proportioner before on a wall with 4 racks, one of those Right Flex. So you're in business, you can hook up as many chemical and then really change, connect, dilute. So great system. And you know, that cover is pretty solid. You know, it's pretty amazing. Again, yellow to make sure that this is clamping properly. You can hear the suction. Notice in the new cars when you're closing doors, sometimes they don't close because they're very seal tight. And if things are sealed, the performance curve goes way, way, way better. So I'm going to lift microphone here. I just don't want to. I'm going to lift. I've got water in here too. So this machine has no holding cable. One of the things at the beginning is you don't have battery in it, the machine has a tendency of wobbling away. So they've reduced the length of the flexibility of the cover. But again, your DC31, your AGM battery, all of your fuse mechanism, your vac motor is right here. 2-stage vacuum motor. You know what? Incredibly powerful. It's the noise reduction foaming that's used in it is amazing. You're clamping to lock and unlock. From a service standpoint, we saw how easy it is to clean the inside. We can access the battery, we can access the fuse, and then you've got your platform. So this is a 21-inch platform, and you can remove that platform, take it out by just removing these device here, unplugging the Anderson plug, and then you can take it off and bring it to your local distributor for servicing. Or if you're out of town, you can get, you know, a piece expedited, the brush cover, the platform for service or for replacement. So again, everything is really built for the end users, for the accessibility, reducing the numbers of parts. So your service center always have the right part and able to do the right service. But you know, maintaining a machine, looking after it, cleaning it is the key. Your batteries, your vac motors, and your squeegees are something you always have to be conscious about in the drive pan naturally. So I'm going to flip this back on. Did I? Yes. There's that little lever here. So one of the thing about this machine is we're talking about a 50-liter units. So We talked this morning about 15, 30, 45, and then we talked about our 400 here. This guy here is your 21-inch 50-liter. The 50-liter program you will see on their Labrador 21, the cylinder and the orbital. The beauty about this guy, I'm going to turn it. It also, the maneuverability on it is pretty incredible. Okay, the turning ratios, able to visualize as I'm cleaning the floor. 100,000 square feet per charge is a lot of floor cleaning. I'm going to drop the squeegee on the floor. I'm going to plug in my the vacuum system. Squeegee. Turn it on echo. You hear that beep? That is because I don't have any water in the system. Always trying to keep all your demos safe. But you notice how easy the turning ratio and how well the squeegee will adapt. Right now I'm using this machine dry, and I'm using the Dustbane U Clean Bright pad. The pad is really designed to run with a bit of water or dry, and I like it dry because I get gloss improvement right away. But a bit of water, and you run this pad and you clean your floor, and slowly you're gonna enhance the gloss, improve the gloss. So I'm gonna go back here, lift it. As I lift the squeegee, the vac motor will stop. I wanna get into the camera here. That board, no water, and unfortunately we can't see this. I've got my auto, so I had it really on echo. I want to remove the brush. I'm going to put set, click on, click off, minus. Automatically removes the brush off the clutching mechanism. The maintenance on the Labrador is really it's a battery cycling. There is a good guide in the operation manual to follow it. To get a service center involved day one, sell that PM contract. The guy goes in, looks at the machine, and gives you a good clean of, yeah, you're going to prolong the life. To me, the squeegee should be, flipped 4 times during the year. Your battery, if you keep the good cycling, you should get 2 years out of it. Your drive pad, if you make sure that you're not running it without a pad. And again, the longevity of an auto scrubber, to me, the cycles are 3 to 7 years. An auto scrubber should be in place for a good 5 years if you're keeping the machine properly clean, good cycling. And if we have the right machine, a lot of time people are selling or buying. They're not selling, they're buying the machine on price. Buy the machine, get a machine based on a distributor or one of our team through the demo, through the site survey. They will make the recommendation based on what they see, their expertise, depending on the type of market you're addressing. Clean Bright pad. This is what I was talking about. This is now available. We just launched this. We're relaunching it because of the pandemic. This pad will clean, restore, and enhance your gloss with water or dry on auto scrubbers. I'll go back here. I hope I was able to answer that question, Brian. I will take it back here. Just want to make sure that you guys see this go on. I'll drive over it. I'll clutch it off. And I'll go set on. That easy. That is incredibly good and easy, right? So again, the Labrador 21, its business has been ramping. This is becoming the most popular tractor machine in the marketplace. Very active in school boards, but also very active because you'll get 80 to 100,000 square feet of floor cleaning without very ease of accessibility, operating improvement, service improvement. Really, when you need to clean your tanks, your chemical solution. And this model is attracted. So there's a traction system on it. So we have, and not in the room, but we have the Labrador 24 and 28. Same idea. You've got two 14-inch or two 12-inch heads on it. But it's the same operating platform, other than this is a 50-liter and the others are 70 liters, so more square footage before you need to go back to your water supply. But the same parts, same squeegee blades, definitely longer squeegee base. The 21 goes right into that door over there. The 24, you'd have to squeeze it in and out or remove the squeegee. But again, a lot of safety mechanism on this squeegee system. If you do hit a post or something, it'll come off. So it won't damage. There's a lot of wheels protecting device there. So Labrador 21, the 24 and 28, floating heads. So this machine adapts itself to the floor. So you don't have to worry about actuator. Oh, but I like a lot of brush pressure. That's what they all say. And that's what they were all sold in the past. But today, the floating head helps you adapt to your floor. The key is the right pad, the right brush, the right chemical, the right dilution. Always remember, the machine is really an activation, a juice dispenser. You need the right pad and you need the right cleaner, degreaser. So 21, 24. I've lowered the speed. That I'm going to take this back here. So really nice platform. So then we launched, and again, last year was a tough year to introduce product to people. We did a lot of Zoom. We're into now a lot more virtual demos. Two new additions on the equipment platform. Again, the Labrador XP. So the XP is really the same idea, other than 50-liter actuator, meaning brush pressure, orbital system, cylinder system, so two brush. So, garage area, there's cement, terrazzo, where there's a lot of nicks and holes. The cylinder system is designed for small factories, for dealer garage in the back, little warehouses. And again, you're going to get your 20,000 square feet an hour. So you're going to do a lot of cleaning, brushing, and this guy really, taking my key here, is really very similar. And our next project, and this will happen later this year, we will have a 6 100 RPM 24-inch head on this with pad pressure, and the Clean Bright will restore your floor, will increase shine like a burnisher would, or a propane machine. Not to that level, but will bring satisfaction. Oh my God, my floor looks a lot cleaner. It has that reflection, because, you know, reflection, expectation, wet look has changed in the last 15 years. So we're slowly changing our expectation, and what looks clean is now going to be clean, because people are going to be asking for that. So the cylinder system, again, you know, I'm going to drop the thing here. Not the type of floor. If I was in the warehouse or something like that, it'd be good, but really, so again, you know, we sold quite a few of these in different areas. I'm going to turn this vacuum back on and pick up a bit of water. I turn the squeegee back on. So again, the ease of operation is incredible. As soon as I lift my squeegee, my motor will stop. And then we have here our orbital friend. To me, and in a couple of weeks, we're going to do a session where we're going to remove the equipment. I'm going to use this machine with an orbital dry strip. I'll do this floor in 10 minutes, and I'll be applying drop-free, elite, runway. You know, within 15, 20 minutes, this floor will be completely done with one coat of finish. That is incredible. And again, school boards, anywhere there's somebody looking to remove a couple of layers, reapply finish in a very short time. So let's, lower the pad. I'm gonna increase brush pressure here. Very, very, very easy to operate. And then as I'm, moving it around, I'm removing a layer of finish, picking up the residue. And as I remove the residue, I have no reflection. I've cleaned my floor like I would do with the Clean Bright pad. But I'm sure you can see it on the floor. I can see it on the camera right now, where I go from this gloss drop. I've removed, that film of finish, and right over here, I still have my gloss reading. And this is what I call a clean floor. This is, in our industry, what a clean, shiny floor looks like. The reflection is at 55. We're used to seeing that 90 gloss, that wet look, like that ice rink look after the Zamboni's been on. But, people today are expecting a clean floor, a floor that's been, properly disinfected or cleaned. Dry floor from a health and safety. The benefits at the end of the day is we're getting back in our offices, in our building, in our schools. Want to make sure that we have the right equipment. This guy here will be the machine that will take a couple of layers of finish. We'll close the pour, and then as you're applying your Grand Prix, your Elite, your Runway, your finish of choice, you will get the same glossy result as you would Later on this afternoon or in the next session, I'll be going through some of the vacuums and extractor, but I'll run the burnisher here and you'll see the gloss improve, and I'll grab my gloss meter and you'll see it's incredible, that pad on an high-speed machine.